also and project management. So I mentioned all these one: robotic process, quality analyst, and project management.
So see, normally what will happen is you should go either as a tester or as a developer. If you are going as a tester, keep completely about testing, or if it is
Mm.
only on a development, go ahead with development because they should not decide which role you need to go. You should decide which role you need to apply for yourself.
Okay. But my question is, I'm mentioning overall experience, right?
Mm.
So,
That's fine. Overall, 6 years experience with RPA. Okay, as a business analyst or quality analyst, or you're saying that okay, I worked as a tester, later I moved to RPA tester. That's what you're projecting yourself.
yes, I mean, while in the interview, I can say the same thing, but in the resume, usually I projected like this. So it is wrong way. Is it wrong way?
No, no, nothing is wrong. See, as far as you are able to convince, interviewer
Mm.
is not concerned about this. If you are answering that you are a developer, then you need to be prepared on development. Okay. So tell me, automated some daily process. Okay, these are the things. See, automated some of the daily process used by UiPath, thereby reducing manual intervention. See, these concepts or these small words, some concepts or something. Just give me the resume, please. Send it over.
Okay. Mm. Do you want me to keep in the Teams?
Yeah, please.
Uh, in- where is the resume folder? What? Okay, yeah, it is available.
Okay. So how many years of experience you are projecting yourself as an RP tester?
Uh, uh, I want to go with the 2 years of experience.
See, normally an average RPA project will take around 2 to 3 months, not more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you are projecting yourself with 2 to 3 years of experience, then every 3 months in a year you will complete at least 4 projects. Okay, so altogether at least you should have completed 8 projects. That is the bare minimum number of projects that you can project. But if you are keeping 1 month a project, then it's 24 plus projects that you have developed and deployed, or you have at least tested.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so just remember this, everyone, how to answer these questions on um, what kind of projects have you done. So delivery delivery of projects. So see, keep low, keep the brand names properly available. On the top, if possible, just add a logo of UiPath, UiPath Explorer, UI Explorer. Okay. What is this first-hand experience with UiPath Studio Concepts?
Um, yeah, I just saw somewhere and I just used it. Maybe it's kind of hands-on experience in UiPath Studio concepts. Yeah.
Okay, first-hand experience. Okay. See, again, arguments and control flows. This is to a very basic level, if you ask me. If you are having 2+ years of experience, then are you already not good enough with creating variables? You are working on projects. You should be working on projects, right?
Yes.
Okay. Managing packages, deploying libraries. Okay. To orchestrator. Okay. Uh, Next, assemble distinct UiPath modules to automate complex process. Example. Okay. Scraping OCR engines, recordings, UI Explorer, selector, skills, publishing, promotion. Okay. So methodologies. Okay. Extensive experience in testing functionalities to black box testing, automated downloaded reports from Stripe, standardized reports, experience in automated testing. So here you completely mentioned last 3 points about testing. So the best thing would be you should go as a tester.
Mm-hmm.
Don't apply for development because chances will be very less if you go for a development.
Okay.
Okay. Just understand the logic of a developer. Now, since past 4 years, you are already into a testing phase, either it's manual testing or automated testing, where it requires very less amount of coding, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Now,
true.
all of a sudden, you are coming into a development background. See, by the days we worked, do you think that UiPath is not about coding?
We have to develop.
Right. We have to write the code. Is it right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when there are already developers who are having 2 to 3 years of experience, real-time experience, who are working on the same role or who are getting interviewed for the same role, then whom do you think they will select?
Developer, obviously.
So your target or your benchmark is testing. Okay,
Mhm. Yep.
okay,
Got your point.
target for that. But we do require testers of RPA, and it's growing now. Be the first person so that you can be on a safe zone. Okay,
Mhm.
UiPath orchestrator automation. So what I suggest you to do is there is something called UiPath test suite automation. Okay, I also have a video for it. Okay, complete project training on UiPath test suite. So maybe this one also you can check. Just go ahead and search for this, and there is an academy course. Complete it. See, academic course is
Oh,
only for 1 hour. Don't remove this one, please. Okay.
yeah, yeah, okay.
After that, I just want you to add in your resume so that you will remember, but remove that later. Okay. So just go ahead with both these testing and test suite. The reason why I'm saying this is once you are well versed with test suite, that's not project methodologies where you will have issues. Those are just concepts. Just a second. Okay. So those are just activities or just a way how you understand your projects. So it will be easier for you. Okay.
Okay.
Take each and every point that I'm saying. Every point is important.
Okay. So for testing, in the companies, usually, is there any different tool other than test suite? I mean, test suite is already
See,
built in your studio, right?
test people are not using test suite right now, and even the organizations are see, now what normally happens in an organization is first we will try to deliver projects, and if we are good with some POCs, then we will go with testing. Okay, now the projects are mature. Now people are looking for testing actually. Earlier, there was no testing. Only developer used to do all the kinds of testing.
Okay.
Okay. Now we are bringing in testing because the projects are becoming complex, and bringing a tester will actually make a project more successful and make it fail in the beginning rather than in the production. Okay. So
Okay.
just go with that, and you can also project that instead of RPA developer, you can go ahead and change it. Maybe you can go with something RPA tester. So how can you write your resume? LinkedIn or Naukri. Okay. Search for RPA tester. See how many testing jobs are available.
Okay.
We have enough
Uh,
testing jobs. We have enough testing jobs. Maybe you're not from India, right?
yes, I'm not from India.
Exactly. So you will have very less competition.
But the positions also very less, I think,
Exactly.
compared to you.
Do one thing. Keep two resumes. One for testing position and the other for development position. Okay.
Okay.
You will be answer. I can understand that you can answer more on the development testing part. But if you are going for development, then prepare a transcript on a very high level. Like we have a transcript available, right? Prepare for both, like for testing as well as for development. And for this, how can you write skills as well as how can you see, even they don't know what to write in the job description if it is an RPA project. Okay. No, see here. Experience with process design and analysis, various components, orchestrator, bot runner. So all these are very basic and very minimal.
Hmm.
Okay. So you know about orchestrator, you know about UiPath Studio. Other than that, did they mention anything? Like, did they ask you to write any libraries or anything? Nothing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So keep a resume separately for testing. That would be great. And whatever projects you have written, keep it as is, but tell that you are a test lead in that.
Hmm.
Okay. You have written test cases, you have tested. And even in our team, you are one of the tester, right?
Yes.
So now were you able to test multiple process like others were giving you some code? What kind of test activities have you done? So by that, will you be able to answer or not?
Sure, maybe I can.
Yes. So just see from the.
So
Mm.
here in how can I answer that? Where did you do your testing? I mean, usually I write the scenarios in
Okay.
the Excel sheet, and
Okay.
we do
So
we
what
did the
can
test.
happen is there are tools like Jira is one of the tool, and in ADO we have a testing test suite, right? ADO like Microsoft Azure. Normally, what kind
Okay,
of tool are you using for testing?
I'm using Zira.
So you can tell that Jira.
It's a kind of bug tracking tool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bug tracking, that should be enough. See,
Oh.
testing will not require any separate tool. Even UiPath automation test suite also is integrated with Jira.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I'm asking about while writing the test scenarios, how you are
Tell.
testing, because
Mhm.
in UiPath we have a test suite,
No,
right?
no, in Jira
But,
also.
oh,
Okay, now you have test suite. Even before test suite, you need to test it. We use Jira for that. See, the
okay,
testing process will not be different. It will be same.
okay.
Okay, just go with that. Okay, okay. Do one thing. Let's go with mock. Um, okay, Aparna, tell me about yourself.
Mm. Okay, I'm going to start like so this is Aparna. Overall, I have 6+ years of an experience. This included in RPA development and testing and project management. My recent project was in RPA development. So I have 2+ years of an experience in RPA development. So here I developed multiple bots and from end to end, we are successfully deployed into the production. So my rest of the experience is in testing and project management.
Okay, do one thing. So when you are going for an RP development position, don't even mention about it until they ask you.
Okay, for the testing and okay.
Okay, but if it is only for testing role, go ahead and mention. That shouldn't be a problem. Don't even mention it that you are a tester earlier, and your introduction is not sufficient. It should be at least for 5 minutes. So can we try? So can we try with others, please? Okay, Aparna, let's take a pause and let's try with others as well. I will just ask one question. Tell me about yourself. Other than that, nothing. So for today, let's go with that. And just a second, I'm getting a call. Um, Deepak, Deepak, can you please unmute and talk?
Hello.
Yeah, Deepak, tell me.
Yeah, good evening, good morning, sir.
Tell me
So,
about
sir, would
yourself.
you please pardon the question or,
Tell me about yourself.
yeah. So I'm Deepak Pajwani and currently I'm working as software engineer in Wipro and I have a 2+ years of experience in robotic process automation, specialization in UiPath tool. And apart from that, I have also good experience of working in Dalbhumi integration. Uh, and in that 2 years of experience, I have supported many RPA processes, and, I have a good skills in the C and Java as well. Apart from that, my strength. Uh, that's all about me in nutshell.
Oh, not sufficient, Deepak. Let's go with others. Okay. Um, Shivasai. Shivasai, are you there? Can you hear me? Guys, can you please tell me if you can hear me or not?
Yeah, we are able to hear you.
Okay. What about Shivasai? Shivasai, please join with your audio turned on. Okay. Hemant Kumar Nayak.
Yeah, hello.
Yep. Tell me.
Uh, Actually, I am not ready with UiPath interview still now. So I am very new to UiPath.
But tell me
Uh,
about yourself.
okay, myself Hemant. I am working in Pixel Tech as a software engineer, and I have nearly 10 years experience in various sort of web development and mobile development. So recently, I am working mostly in last 2 to 3 years. I am working in various mobile technologies like hybrid mobile technology like even Ionic and Flutter. So last project we did for some like realty estate. So in that project, what will happen is that various type of that guys they that industry guys that they can get the construction of the building construction details, that property details they can upload in that app, and the persons who are interested in buying or getting rent, they can use that app to get the information. So like that, we are also developing right now a dating app for mostly for the East Asian countries. We are developing a dating app. So all the normal features of dating app are available there. So apart from that, we are also going to develop a milk delivery like that app, like a lot of market is already available. So still we are going to milk delivery app where that is in that drawing stage now. So apart from this mobile development, I have also worked in web development, various things like ERP suites, and I have developed like in accounting packages. Uh, uh, so all of various modules like in that accounting packages and stores packages, so various modules I have developed for in internet type of projects, and I think that's what. Hello.
Yep. So you haven't prepared anything?
No, for RPA, I have not still prepared anything because it will take me another, I think, 1.5 months.
Why is it so, Hemant?
No, thing is, when I joined the class, I did not know anything about RPA. Means I was having very basic knowledge. So, but here it went very fast. Like after the one first week, it went up to like RE framework, all the things. So I got little, I fall behind actually.
Okay.
So I need to learn all the basics, then all the things. So what my estimation is, it will take like 1.5 months.
Are you attending daily free trainings from 7 p.m. To 8 p.m. from
Yeah,
community?
yeah. No. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Actually, I am still having office work. So morning only I was this class only I was attending. Morning 8 to
Okay.
9.
Just make sure that you try to check with the recordings at least, because recordings are free and they are available right away.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Just prepare your resume first. We cannot continue without a resume. Okay, and
Yeah.
Vineet?
Yeah, Bajrang, I have not yet prepared resume, so I'll complete it by tomorrow.
Tell me about yourself.
Okay. This is Vineet. I have overall 4+ years of experience. So currently I work at Infosys. Previously I was working with L&T in Infotech. So for the past 2 years, like from my previous company, I was working as a Java developer. So I worked on different technologies like core Java, Spring Boot, all those. Currently, for my current projects, for the past 2 years, I have been working as a Java developer, specialized in UiPath tool. So for the current projects, like I have developed different bots, related to banking payment. There was different use cases regarding banking payments, and uh, yeah, that's
Uh, Anyone who prepared their resume and are ready, except Aparna?
Hi Vijay, Ritesh here. I just uploaded my resume in the files.
Tell me about yourself, please.
Okay. Good morning, Vajrang. I'm Ritesh Surenshi. I have a 7+ experience in the banking sector, which is the custodian bank. My company name is BNY Mellon, and currently I'm working there as a financial analyst. From in the 7+ experience, I have a 2+ experience in the automation tools, where I have worked with the different automation tools. Um, there are there is one acceptor tools for which I have worked very little, which is the 6 months, and now recently I'm last 2 years I'm working with the UiPath, and I have developed multiple projects. My recent project is the data reconciliation, where we have reconciling two different Excel sheets or two different PDFs, and just we are cross checking where that data is correct or not. And apart from this, we have very I have worked on very small projects also, where we have developed PDF, Excel, and web kind of automations, which are very small projects. That's it.
Okay.
Hello.
But the problem is, are you applying for a business analyst role or a RPA developer role? What kind of role are you applying for?
Developer role. Developer role.
So, if you are going for a developer role, see, you need to talk more about something like orchestrator, processes, jobs, triggers, queues, okay, studios, libraries, packages, and projects. So, what you have actually explained is you have explained about a project. Okay, but in tell me about yourself, you need to showcase that you are too strong with development in UiPath if you are going for a development role.
Okay.
Okay, and I hope there is a transcript that I made ready earlier in general folder. Is it right?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
can you please open that and share your screen?
Just a minute. Do I have to click on share content
Just share
to
your screen
share
first. I
my?
will tell you how to do it.
Um, I'm not able to find that share screen in the Steam.
Are you logging in from browser?
No.
Then on the top right, you have next to leave, you have an option called up arrow. Click on that.
Yes.
Click on
Okay.
that and click on share complete screen. Yeah. Go to general,
Just a
general on the
minute.
left. Yeah. Open
Yes.
files. Yes. Now check with not interview questions, mock interview recording transcript. Yeah.
With this.
Yeah. Okay. Now just okay. I think not this one. This should be a separate file. Let me check it.
I think it will be on RPA developer team 7 in the files.
Is it so?
Yes. I have checked earlier.
No, no. Just open live interview answers recording. Go back, general. Go to general.
Okay.
Okay. Files, live interview answers recording. Transcript. Yeah. So just try to read it loud
Okay.
and try to find
Uh,
the difference between your answer and my answer.
okay. Um, Good morning. I have overall 5 years of experience in the IT, and in that I have 3 years of experience in the RPA developer. I majority work on the UiPath. I was involved in the project lifecycle activities from initial stage to analyze phase and development and finally maintenance phase. I have experience in working with the all types of bot development. I also work on the all activities with the respect to email Excel and all UiPath activities, and I have also good understanding with the orchestrated activities. Since I'm working with the Re framework, most of the project require transactions from orchestrator queue, so I have good experience in the orchestrator as well. I have completed the certification from UiPath Academy with the respect to orchestrator, and I do have experience with the previous version of orchestrator, that is 2019, and the latest version orchestrator, that is 2021. Major activities that I work are with the orchestrator or creation of robot task creation and working with the task, debugging the jobs and the scheduling the any jobs if required. So I have worked a time schedule as well as a queue activities trigger as well. So I have knowledge of the cron expression. So to schedule the jobs.
Okay. Now, see, if you are telling this, are you portraying yourself completely as a developer who worked on all types of components in UiPath development?
Okay.
Okay. It's not only about a project. Yes, you are telling about a project, but when you, if you just concentrate on reconciliation process,
Okay.
so you can say that the latest project is reconciliation. And
Okay.
if they ask you what is reconciliation, then you can explain.
Okay. Understand, Vaishnav.
Okay. See, the mistakes that you make will become costly if the company is very good.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down. Okay. First thing, what types of documents have you worked on? Can you please explain in RPA
So
process?
so I just need to read this or need to explain?
No, explain please. No need to read. Because that's
Okay.
only about PDD. I need you to tell about all the documents that we created and used.
Okay. Actually, I am not prepared for the interview, but let me try. I have worked with the PDD, SDD in my projects, and also work with the testers to help them to write the test scenarios.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, that's it, right? For now.
See, that's what. Now, when I ask you a question, you never explained anything about any document.
Okay.
See, every answer should give an interviewer a understanding that you have complete knowledge and he should not have any question on your knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. Now read whatever it's there in the PPT.
Okay. Yes, I have worked with the creation of PTD, but most of the PTD is created by the business analyst. So when there is a process requirement, and if we get step by step process, the major requirement or the first step to create PTD is that to understanding are clear and to get the sign off of the PTD. How to make sure all the step by step process and solutions that we supposed to accepted by the client and the period we have to we have all the stakeholder details, all the business exceptions, and how to handle the business exception in case system exception, what exactly should be done and how exactly should not be, what need to proceed if there is any exception, and retry requirement, how many times it is required. So all the business use cases and business rules will be available in the PDD documents. So the major activity be are to be done before creation to the code is the creation of PDD and taking sign off before the bot development.
So is it telling completely about PDD or is it telling that okay, I just created a PDD?
No, it's completely about the PDD.
Okay. See, it's for everyone. Answer at an extent. That's the reason transcript is very important for everyone. If you don't have this transcript, I think Ritesh, you are able to understand what are you answering and how are you answering.
Yes, yes.
Difference,
No,
right? Okay,
yes.
Let's go, scroll down. See, other than these, there will not be many other questions that you can get in an interview. Okay,
Yes.
scroll down. So yes, tell me about your experience with .NET and ASP. Not, don't look at it. Tell me
Okay.
in general.
Okay. So I don't have uh, means experience with the .NET activities because my work is only related to the automation tools. So I just have the basic knowledge of .NET activities, which is related to the UiPath tools, where we are using some activities, writing a code, a small codes, which is I have a knowledge about that.
Okay, any .NET experience person here? Anyone? Please unmute and talk.
No, Bajrang. So, apart from .NET, I just have a small, I mean, a little bit of experience on VB scripting, where we use to convert the date formats.
Okay, I think Harinath, you may need to work a lot. Ritesh, please continue. Ritesh, now check with the
Hello.
solution answer. The answer need to be corrected, but try to read it to get the gist of it.
Okay. So I do have experience with the basic .NET activities, or because most of my work with the UiPath, I also work with the some of the basic web application as well. Using .NET framework, I have created ASP.NET web applications. So I also got trained and how diploma certificate with the .NET technology using C Sharp and VB.
You also need to
Yeah.
tell about
Okay.
SQL and all. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Scroll down.
So
Now, this is one of the common questions that normally people are getting about migration part. Yesterday,
okay.
I think we discussed about migration, but there can be a
Yeah.
different answer as well. Can you please check on this?
Okay. No, I haven't gone through the orchestrator update, but yeah, I have been involved in the orchestrator. I have been involved with the transfer well, and there is a conversion. But most of I think that's the answer only. But
No,
most of
at the bottom, publishing of orchestrated
okay.
jobs, triggers, checking with error logs, finding. So you're telling that
Funding like okay.
you have
Yes.
experience with orchestrator more. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. I got.
Scroll down and tell me about RE framework, please. Don't look at it. Just tell me.
Okay. Okay. So um, we most of the projects in our projects, most of our projects are work on the RE frameworks. So the reason behind the using the RE framework is the RE framework is already built static where they have means it is already created a template which is having uh, different activities inbuilt different activities like exception handling, uh, try catch retry. So it will be easy to use and handling the exceptions with the RE framework. That's it. I haven't prepared, so I don't know
Okay,
how I'm
let's go
answering.
with this then.
Okay. The main reason is that most of the all the projects that I have worked with the RE framework, the main reason is that it's already pre-built code, and since we already have a pre-built code, instead of checking how to handle the exceptions, how to maintain the data, we can directly go to the process and we can try our code. If there is any exceptions bar, our exceptions will be handled directly by the framework. But if we want to write any business rule exception, we can do that as well as making any major changes. The main reason why we are using our framework is if we have proper structure, if we have proper structure with the team where everyone can understand how project is being structured. For example, I don't use a framework, and if I write the project, there might be a situation where I can initialize the code at any place. But once I have a reframework, we we will need to initialize everything in it in get transactions data, how the data can be extracted, and if we have processing process to be executed, or we need to write if any, if only in the process. So the structuring as well as we have proper documentation as well with the framework, and it's easy to understand, easy to maintain. Yes, I have done the code review, main activities that it
So
will be
this is with code
uh,
review. Leave it.
okay. Okay.
But are you able to understand the difference in the answer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Detailed explanation, but still covers on a holistic level.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Next. Okay, let's stop. You still share the screen. I want someone else to take up the next question. Um, Marishwaran, unmute, please.
Oh.
Hi, Vajra.
Hi, Mari. Mari, yeah, go ahead. Tell me about API. How we use APIs.
Yeah. So in our project, we have worked with API activities, which are the orchestrator API activities and also the normal, the API activities. So basically, like we have used API activities to do to minimize the work on the UI. So instead of, using with the click activities, we were used API activities to, get the endpoint data and manipulated with it.
Okay. Mari, what I'm feeling is you know the answer, but you are not telling it confident enough. Be confident. Okay. So there
Okay.
is no need to do a guesswork over here. Even if you are wrong, tell it very confident in very confident way that they don't even are listening to your answer. Okay. He's telling at a great pace, and sometimes they will miss such answers,
Yeah.
but still they will
Okay.
continue. But yeah, can you please read what's there in the document?
Sure, Rudra. So yeah, major APIs we used in internal APIs to authentication to the, internally. So we use the UiPath or UiPath HTTP activities, and along with that, we also use some external API calls to extract or get the data from the external server. All we were doing is to get request to get the information, and once we get the information, we'll be updating the information in orchestrator as a transaction item, and once we have the transaction item, it will be processed one by one. At the end of the transaction, we will make more post request, and that post request will either get a set will set the transaction item, or it will make a web request stating that a particular item is completed. So we need a post request. Okay, okay. So get request and multiple HTTP requests need to be covered during the project activities. Most of the project.
So that you can leave.
Uh,
That's a different
okay,
question altogether. Okay.
okay.
But if you have observed, we spoke about get active, get request, post request, and we also explained how they are being used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So
so
I think Mari, rather than the confidence, you may need to speak, be a bit louder with your answer or with your voice.
yeah, sure, Ujjwal.
Okay.
Just I have a doubt.
Mm.
So mostly we will be using get and post request only, Vajra, or other.
Mostly, yes, we will use get, post, patch, delete as well. See, how can you know which one to use? Is will be given by a UI by the API developer. He will give you a documentation on how to use it. For UiPath Orchestrator API, you still have a documentation, right?
Yeah.
So in the same way, you will have it.
Okay, Vajra. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Um, I just want you to know you can answer any project with confidence, even if you don't know what the project is. Let me tell you how. Can you go back, Ritesh? Can you go back to the Teams channel? Yep. Go to the RPW Team 7. In that interviews, open Aparna's resume. First thing that I would like to tell is I haven't seen her resume. Aparna Kota. First one. Second one. Second one. Second one. Open second one, please. Ritesh. Yeah. Now scroll to the projects. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Now, this is some kind of projects that she have written. Maybe you can add more details, but the main concept is not writing what the project is, because all the projects will require the same things. And if you are able to answer things according or projects according to the concepts, then every project is same. Okay. Now, Aparna, can you please unmute?
Yes, Vajram.
Tell me about the first project, please.
Um, Basically, from the web, we need to develop uh, download a Excel file. From that Excel file, we need to do some manipulations and update it into the uh, application, and then send an email with a success message.
Okay. So if I would like to answer this, see, more than the process, because interviewer will not be able to see our project, neither he can validate our project, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Now, how would I answer this is what, let's see. Um, See, in this project we used multiple components of UiPath like email automation as well as Excel automation. Along with that, we created some kind of reporting and web automation as well. Well, the main problem that we try to solve is trying to find out if there are any issues with the generated reports as well as the data that we have in the internal systems. The process is static. There is no need for any changes. We are right now downloading all the reports and comparing them. Though they are static, the main issue happened is when the process became mundane, and there are multiple reports that need to be generated every day for each and every person. So this is the reason we were able to we are trying to automate this process. And the components that we have used for this one are we used Excel activities as well as orchestrator queues as well. Why did we use orchestrator activities? Because we need to store all the information or all the transactions in the orchestrator. Along with that, this will be checked because there should be unique data. So we have added up unique reference in the orchestrator queue, and we have given a bit of training to our team on how to, or the team of the business development, on how to use or retry any particular transaction if it fails. Since it is a unique activity, we cannot re-add the same activity twice. So instead of doing that, they were actually checking with it and processing the item manually if there is any error. The exception rate become very low, and out of 1,000 records, there are only 5 to 10 records that are being processed manually. Earlier, we used to have some 1,000 reports that are being generated manually, and we had a team of 10 members. The team was reduced now to 4 to 5 members. Okay, so Aparna, so can you please tell me that I did not work in this particular project? Did you find any time?
No.
Anyone?
No.
Why is it so? If you are an interviewer, why were you not able to find if I really worked on it or not?
Because the confidence level.
Not only with the confidence level, I covered most of the concepts at a project level.
Yeah.
Okay,
You explained all the steps that are involved.
exactly. And how many members
But
were
what
already
happened? Yes.
available and how the tasks were available. Okay,
Including the team and whatever the steps that we perform in general in the project.
exactly.
So that are not explained.
Now, when I say that, will an interviewer have a question on whether you worked really on it or not?
No.
Okay. See, the way how you answer is what it will make a difference for. It's not a project that you add in the resume. Let's go with the next one. Just scroll down, please. Okay, so this is a second project. I haven't seen what's there in it, but I'm just trying to read. RPA bot auto generates a report and sends relevant emails to the leaders in in a week of every month to achieve their goals. Okay, so Okay, here it goes. There is a performance tracking system within our organization. The problem or the issue that we are trying to solve is sending the reports. As a business analyst or as a team, different teams need to send different emails, or they need to download reports from a particular web application, and they need to segregate the data, remove uncluttered data, and create a report and dashboard and send it to the internal team. There are around 50 teams right now within there are 50 projects within our within the automation, and all the 50 projects requires the same kind of UI interactions. The only change is with respect to the project selection. We updated or we maintained an Excel sheet where we are mapping each and every project with respect to URLs. So what bot will do is it will first read all the Excel information and it will create an Excel queue. Sorry, it will create an orchestrator queue, and there can be a single performer or multiple performer, depends upon the requirement, but we are going with one bot right now because that should be enough, and the bot was able to complete within 15 minutes or half an hour of the time the complete reports are being generated. And we are using Excel as well as UI automation to do or to create some pivot charts and all. Since the chart creation and all are automated, we can also go with some web scripting, but the team, due to the maintenance or due to checking, since the team development strength is less, being a RPA developers, they are more reliant on UI automation. And even for the future development, as for future support, we try to go with UI automation, which is easier and which is giving us the correct results without any issues. And so we went with the UI automation, and by the end of each report, it will create a PPT or a chart where it will be exported as a PDD, and the formal emails will be sent to the respective stakeholders. The issues are we were able to generate all the reports without having any time delay, and all the decisions. See, this bot is not only just for automation, but this can also help in decision making with the teams that are working with the project life cycles as well as clients. So they can ideally check out or segregate the information that they want, and they can send the information to clients without any delay. Okay, now with this, did I talk about technical concepts? About orchestrator queues, I spoke about jobs, I spoke about reporting. Did I spoke on it or not, Aparna?
Yes, Vajra.
Okay, now see, go with your next project. Try to answer or try to explain in the same way. Okay, yes. Go ahead, Aparna. Next project, please. Herf Jones, India Police, Junior RPA developer.
Um, Sorry, Vajrang, I don't know. I mean, these are the general points. I Nothing is in my mind, so I just kept in
No,
the
this
general
is the
points. So,
problem, Aparna. You have the point. That should be enough. See, in this project, we analyzed with the feasibility check if that is suitable for the automation or not. In this project, that's the first step that we have done. And after finding that this is suitable process, and how did we find it? We have a specific predefined steps on finding if it is repetitive, if it can be automated, and if the process is static or not. Then we found that this is automatable solution. Then business team was able to give us the PDD, and in the PDD we initiated with all the steps. Okay, and once the deployment debugging is completed, there was a 15 days of hypercare phase. We actually checked and monitored with the bot process and bot performance. These are our initial success factors, which helped us to lead in the future of RPA that we are currently working on right now within our teams. Simple, right? I just spoke or I just read whatever you have written in the responsibilities. Is it right or not?
yeah, it's true.
Okay. So that's the reason we need to have a transcript ready available. And how many projects can he ask in an interview? He cannot go ahead and ask each and every project, right? He may ask one or two questions about a project. And after that, he will not be concerned about projects.
Okay.
Okay. This is for everyone. Just try to understand. Okay. I'm stopping it right now. Ask your questions. Tomorrow is the last day for our program. So I'll give you 5 minutes. Bring in your questions and let's take the answers.
Vajrang, is this session recorded or?
It's recorded, don't worry. And even
Okay,
if it is
thank you.
not recorded, there are seven teams I have done with the same session, and each team will have different experience. So just go ahead. It's recorded. It's being recorded.
No, okay, yeah, thank you.
Vajrang, hello.
Tell me, Mari.
Yeah, Vajrang. So, I mean, like, let's say we have some, some very basic automation, but
Okay.
I just want to, convey that to interviewer like it is a very complex project I have
Hmm.
worked on.
Hmm.
So how we can, do that? I mean,
So
for
if you
example,
have observed, Mari, all the bot DNA process that I have given you are very simple process that I can develop within an hour completely.
yeah,
But
yeah,
when I gave you, you took around 1 week, still not able to complete the project. Most of them.
yes, Vajrang.
Okay. So don't think that every project is small or big. Just tell the way how you executed the project.
Yeah, okay, Vajrang.
Okay. See, if you are confident enough, again, I'm saying the same thing. If you are confidently telling about your project, interviewer will never be able to identify or validate if you have really worked on the project. He cannot call someone in your organization, right? Directly during the call.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So
Vajra,
even
one question.
Tell me.
What steps or what precautions do you take while preparing the PDD or SDD?
See, PDD and SDD is like the first and the acceptance document, right? So we should
Yes.
not miss any step-by-step process, as well as we need to be clear on what are the requirements. Just tell one thing, like if it is not in the PDD, then it's not in the process. So everything that's mentioned in the PDD should be properly maintained and documented. Any changes should be more properly maintained and documented. Don't make frequent changes in the PDD while development. And if there are changes that's happening frequently, then stop the development and complete the PDD first and go with the development. Okay?
Oh, okay, Vajra.
Yeah.
Vajra, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
See, in general, the PDD is being prepared by us.
Business
I
analyst.
mean, uh, one question is being developed by the uh, developer or it's being developed by the ops team,
It will be prepared by business analyst.
business. Okay. And solution design document will be given by,
Developer.
it will be developed as is. Thank you.
Hello.
Deepak, tell me.
Sir, I have question about a little bit different. So I want to go for the RPA UiPath Advanced Certification.
Mm-hmm.
So before that certification, what should I focus on? Should I build more projects or should I practice
Are you going for
more
an RPA
MCQs?
developer, RPA
So
advanced paid certification?
yes, I want to go for.
Okay. So, what is your target date? When do you want to do it?
So I was targeting it into the next 1 to 2 months. Next 2 months.
Okay. So if you are having a target of 1 to 2 months, then go ahead with the interview or mock exams that are there directly by UiPath, as well as there are multiple videos. See, the problem that you can have is most of them are in scenario-based questions for an advanced developer.
Okay.
For a basic developer, that is easy. Okay.
Uh,
For UI RPA, there are two certifications, one for 10,000 and the other one for 15,000. UI RPA is at a basic level. They will ask you only about activities, logs, orchestrators, and all. jobs. But UI ARD goes
Yes.
with the concepts. Like if there is a pop-up available, and how are you able to click on that pop-up without failing with the bot? Sometimes it may come and sometimes cannot. So in on element appear, what are the changes you will make? So these kind of questions will happen. So for that you need to be you need to have complete understanding of each and every property of on element appear. Is it right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So just go with the mock interview, mock exams first, then you will be able to understand.
Uh, should I wait more? Should I, because I have time, because right, not immediately I need to switch job. So should I wait more to develop more project then I appear for the test, or should I try to
If
give
you
it?
ask me, don't even think right now for applying for or taking the exam. Start immediately. Even though you have time, start immediately, prepare your resume and start for interviews.
Bajrang, is it not mandatory in the company now that they will ask if you are applying for UiPath developer, they will ask for certification is mandatory? It's not like that, right?
No, it's not mandatory.
Because in Naukri, I saw somewhere companies
See,
they mentioned
there are
that it is.
multiple companies. If they are not getting, how many members are able to complete right now? And that's a different process. Interviews, like the exam, it will be monitored over webcam, or you need to go at the test center and write the exam. It's Pearson and View.
Correct.
Okay, so not everyone will be able to complete, and they are already in the organizations. Within the job pool, they cannot hire everyone with the certification. That's not possible.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, guys. If that
Um,
is it, then I'm dropping off for today. Thank you so much. And tomorrow will be the last day of the training program, and the meeting recording will be sent. All the best. Bye bye.
Thank you, Arjun.